Okay, hey everyone. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing the best of beauty 2019, at least in my opinion. Sorry, I had to move something over here. At least in my opinion, this would be the best of beauty. A couple things I want to say real quick is yes, I'm wearing like a powder filled shirt and it says Merry Christmas on it. I don't really care. This makeup is pretty old as well. But I'm about to do a makeup tutorial after this, so I didn't really want to redo yeah, what I was gonna do. And the other thing is that I won't be mentioning lashes because, as most of you know, or some of you know, I'm coming out with lashes in 2020. So all my favorite ones have been my own that I'm working on. So yeah, that's a couple of things. So now we're just gonna get into it, and we're just gonna, there's so much stuff on my table, so we're just gonna do like lips first. I think will be the easiest. The first one I'm gonna do is actually starting out with the one that's on my lips right now, which is in the shade Nude from Anastasia, and it's just a tube lipstick. It's really messy because I use it all the time. It's just a beautiful nude for my complexion, I think, and it's a little bit more warm, which I've been leaning this year more warm. And I just really like the formula of these matte lipsticks as well. Some people think they're too dry, but I, of course, like her liquid lipsticks too, so I don't mind them. So going along with Anastasia, my favorite red and like colorful one is American Doll by Anastasia. I think it always will be. I'm not really sure. I like the Stila one a lot too, but that one's in just my travel bag or else I would be in here. And then this one I loved so much. And it's so disgusting. It's Marc Jacobs and Anais. Look at it. Oh, no. Wait. Look at it. It's broken as fuck. So, yeah, but I do love it. I don't know if it was like a bad one or the formula, but I would buy it again, honestly, because I do love the color and like the formula of it. So, I don't know what happened, but yeah. I do want to say that Stila is still some of my favorite liquid lipsticks, Smashbox and Anastasia. So I still use that. I use all kinds of these, but I just couldn't fit them all in this video. So there's that. So next we're going to go into like eyes, and we'll just get eyes out of the way. So for brows, Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade is, of course, my fave. I have an extra one backup, and I do have this as well already, and I just wear the soft brown color, and I just like that one the most. And then next, the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade Gel. So it's just like the Dip Brow Pomade, but it's like a gel, and you just like comb it through, and it adds a little bit more like color while still setting them in place, if that makes sense. So I use that one probably like half the days, and then I use this one the other half of the days, which is 24-hour brow setter by Urban Decay. I mean, not Urban Decay, Benefit, and it just looks like this. The wand is really nice on it, and I do have a backup of this as well because I really do love this product. This is kind of like the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, but it actually has a better wand on it, and like actually gets in each individual little eyebrow hair and like combs them. So I like that wand a little bit better, and the formula is pretty much the same though. I feel like I'm going really fast, but I'm just like hyperactive today, so don't mind that. So next we will go into I guess some single shadows and liquid shadows and things like that. So Stila Magnificent Metals, both Shimmer and Glow, and Glitter and Glow. I love them. I'm never going to stop loving them. And they are my favorite liquid shadows. There are nice ones as well, but that aren't that brand, but I do love that one. And then Sugar Rush Sparkler in the shade Bronze. I do want all of them eventually. I just haven't got to it yet. It's part of Tarte's like younger person kind of line. But yeah, that's it, and it's so pretty, and you can just like you just like go like that, and it will disperse like color all over your lids, and it's really easy to do like a smoky eye or any kind of cool tone eye with that shade, but you could do anything really. So then I'm actually going to get this glitter out of the way because it is my favorite chunky glitter, and all my favorite glitters that aren't chunky are still from Super Glitters. But this is the chunky one that I love, and this is from Badass Cosmetics. They're an indie brand, and yeah, I really do love these little chunky ones to put it in the like corner of my eye or under the eye. Of course, use at your discretion because it's not made for the eye. But then I have from Badass Cosmetics again. I do have more of these pigments. There's like 3 more colors, but they are just neon pigments. They're very tricky to work with, but once you get the hang of it, you kind of get the hang of it. But they're very bright and loud, and I used it a lot in like my rainbow series that I did here on YouTube. Yeah. And those are really affordable, both the glitter and the pigments. And I do have a discount code with them as well. So then we're moving into Tarte Chrome Paint. This is the only chrome paint I have. I want all of them, but I don't have all of them. It's in Tapia, and it's just the most beautiful shade, and you can tell I use it all of the time. I use it on my eyes for highlighter. Mostly on my eyes though, but I do use it for highlighter sometimes. Yeah, but it's really nice. And then another thing that's kind of like those Tarte ones and kind of like the Super Shock ones by ColourPop are these Revolution ones. So I have a smoky color in the shade Retreat, and the other one is in Rebound. And they're just both really beautiful, and they have that kind of mousse-like texture like ColourPop has. I'll just show you one of them, but it's super beautiful, and it's just another thing that you can throw on the lids, and it's pretty much a wrap. You just have like a crease color or whatever. But yeah, so that's all like single shadows and whatnot. So I'm gonna finish up with the eye products that aren't palettes, and then we will jump into palettes and everything after that. So my favorite glitter like liner, and one of my favorite liners just in general, was this one, and still is. It's in Disco Daydream by Urban Decay. It's one of their heavy metal ones, and it's holographic as fuck. So yeah, I really love that. And if you're wondering why I'm not trying to swear, it's because I don't want to do that on my channel anymore, but I'm trying to wean myself off in this new year, so we'll see how it goes. It might just fail. So then I also have another Urban Decay product. It is the shade Zero in their 24/7 liner. I just really like this. I did get this in gratis at Ulta, and I just really do like it. So it's just a black liner, and it just stays on like nothing else. So for liner as well, I have the roller liner by Benefit, and the tip just looks like that. It's very used and abused, and it's actually out right now. I just kept it for now. I need to buy a new one, but this is actually the mini size, and it lasts forever, and I like to get the mini size so it doesn't dry out. And then the last liner I have is just a Stila one. This is a mini one as well. Like I said, I like that, but Stila doesn't really make mini ones, I don't think, very much. This was just in a little set, but it's just a Stila Stay All Day in Intense Black. So there are my liners and such. For lash glue, I still love the Kiss Strip Adhesive, and I just will always love it. It's so good, and it's like a few dollars, so how can you go wrong? For primer, I have the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I do want to try the shade Eden in it. If you've never seen it, which I'm sure you have, it comes like in a little doe foot, and it's really nice, and it keeps my eyeshadow like very bright and vivid. But I want to try Eden too, which is like their skin toned color one. So then we're gonna jump into mascaras, and that will be it for eyes and stuff, except for eyeshadow palettes. So I have the Mansour Big, and this is just a little sample size. I do go through big sizes and little ones. So that is what it looks like if you've never seen it. It's by Lancome. It's pretty pricey. All of these ones I'm showing you are pretty pricey. And I do know that lots of this stuff is high end, but I just, certain things I like to invest my money in that are high end. So Lancome Monsieur Big, such a good mascara. And then this year I actually tried the Lash Blowout for the first time. It does not come button like this. I'm very rough on my makeup. You'll see that when I show you my palettes, but yeah, this is really great, and I didn't think much of it because I was like, that is the most gimmicky packaging ever because it was done with a Drybar, but it actually works so good and I really enjoy it. Next from Benefit, Bad Gal Gang. I don't know why I slammed the table like that. What the fuck? So, this one is also bad because like I said, I don't handle things well. But this is a really good one as well. There's not really anything to say about mascaras. I did find a new one that I really love, but I just started using it like a week ago, so I can't really say anything on it yet. But I might be doing like monthly favorites this year. So I'm gonna put some of the stuff away and then come back and show you the rest. Okay, back, and now we're gonna go into palettes. Now this is what I have the most of other than like foundation. Because I love palettes, you will realize that I don't even have a single highlighter that's not in a palette in this video because I just haven't been blown away by highlighters this year. I don't know what's going on, but I haven't. So I guess we will start with eyeshadow palettes that are like a little bit more affordable. So I only have a couple, and one of them is actually a Z palette. So this is my Coastal Scents Hot Pots Z palette. I use this baby all the time, which is so crazy to me because this whole, like, each shadow was like $8 or maybe $2. So I love this, and I cannot recommend the Hot Pots enough. And then this is just a Z palette, but I'm pretty sure Coastal Scents has like their own palette that's a little cheaper and more ethical because Z palette did some shady stuff, and I just don't remember what it was. But yeah, I already had these, so it doesn't really matter. And then we're just gonna jump into ColourPop and kind of ColourPop as a whole. I just freaking broke this one, and I never cleaned it off like I wanted to, but it's California Love. And it's pretty used, if you can tell. And I've only had this for like a month or two, so it made its way into my favorites for drugstore because I actually don't use a lot of drugstore eyeshadows. BH Cosmetics has some really good ones as well, but those are kind of hit or miss. So now we're gonna go into more high-end palettes. First one I'm gonna shout out is Jawbreaker by Jeffree Star. Now, at first I was just like, oh, this is just like every other rainbow palette, like, and of course I jumped on that because I love color. But I actually just love the shades. Like, I truly love the shades. I love that there's some like pastels and more like untraditional kind of colors. Not untraditional, I don't think that's a word. But like, it's not so traditional rainbow. Like, yeah, you have this bright blue and these colors that are always in a rainbow, but then you have like some lighter blues and some lighter pinks and purples, and yeah, I just really love this, and I think that he did such a good job with this. The packaging is pretty cute. I hate the color pink, so it sits at the bottom, but it's pretty cute even for being pink. And next we are going to go into the Huda Beauty little gem palettes, and you can see that this one I've hit pan on this one. I'm very close to hitting pan on this one. It's just a blue palette, and it's called the Sapphire palette, and then the Emerald palette as well. I haven't had this as long, so I haven't hit as much pan, but you can see huge dents in all of those. So I use these a lot. I just think they're really great for like if you just need blue shadows. Yeah, I do want to get the ColourPop ones this year and kind of compare them. But yeah, these are the Huda Beauty little palettes, and I think they're really cute, and they're not that badly priced. Again, it's really small, but I mean, who needs more like than this for an eyeshadow? Not usually anybody. So in general, I think that everyone knows that my favorite palettes are from Anastasia. These are just a few that I have. But one in particular has stood out to me, so I'm gonna leave that for last. But then I have my Soft Glam, and these are beat up. Like I said, I don't know. No. I use and abuse my palettes, okay? Because I pay money for them, so yeah. And then the Sultry. These are just so good. And I have one in my kit of both of these as well, and it's great for bridal looks. And then this one blew me the away, okay? Jackie Aina Anastasia palette is so beautiful. Like, when I saw it come out, I was like, this is not that amazing. This is not that great. We got it in Ulta, like I said. I work there, so that's how I get to, like, see all the makeup and everything. And these are just such good saturated colors, and they're just beautiful. And I remember her saying that she made them very saturated and everything because she is darker in skin tone, so she wanted to make sure that these would all like show up without having to like work too hard on it. So they're just beautiful shadows. I'm gonna show you a sponsored because it's definitely my favorite one. It's just like a really cool looking shadow. It's kind of like blue brown, but even cooler than that. So yeah, but this is a amazing palette, and I use it so much more than I ever thought I would, and I'm just so happy to have this. I might even get one for my kit, but I don't know if that's necessary because, like, do they really need all of these colors? Because I do mostly bridal, but who knows. I don't know why I'm talking so fast. I'm trying not to make this 1,000 years long, I guess. So next is a glow kit by Anastasia. Anastasia is my favorite brand, so you're gonna see a theme with them. I don't love everything they have, but I love most of what they have. So glow kit and sugar. This is actually broken, so I'm just gonna like show you. I have to repress it, but I hate repressing stuff, so. But it's so good, and I didn't think I would love it that much because like the colors are a little pinky, but the only one that's actually pretty pinky is the one that's broken, Gumdrop up there, and the rest are just like nice colors. So I mix them because I like to do that. Another face palette is from Tarte, and it's the Pro Glow. I've had this since the last year, and I just love it, and I use it all the time. You can see pretty dented amount of highlight is gone, and then the cream contour is almost gone, and the contour is pretty well loved as well. I just love all of the shades in here. I do wish that they just came out with the cream contour in the contour though, so I could just repurchase that because these highlights will last me a while because I'm not like nuts over them, but they're pretty good. So next I have a like affordable palette, and it's BH Cosmetics, and it's Blushing in Bali blush and highlighter palette. So I really have loved this, you can tell as well. And I also just dig my nails into stuff. Just kidding, I don't like actually do that, but I like to mix these two on my face. This one's too dark, but like a blush topper maybe it would be cute. And then all of these are really pretty. I don't really use this one. That one's a little light for me, but I like these ones because I do like a lot of blush. But yeah, really good quality actually, and I'm pretty impressed by that. Really impressed. Really actually impressed. Okay, so now we're going to move into face. So I'm just gonna start it in the way that I like do my makeup, so I guess that will be nice. So I have this Smashbox Crystallized Primerizer. It's just a moisturizer and primer in one. I still do use like both of those things on top of it, but it's just really nice, and it gives me a nice little glow. Even though I'm oily, I like to glow just a little bit. And then runner up for best primer this year is the Lancome Prep and Matte primer. I actually received this through Influencer, but I actually love it so much, and it's really great at keeping your face matte. But just a tad bit more than that one. I love the Boscia one, and I would have never guessed that Boscia would have my favorite primer because it's a skincare brand, but I actually really love it. It's called the Perfecting White Charcoal Mattifying Treatment Primer. So yeah, it's got skincare benefits inside of it, as well as it just makes your face like matte and like controls the oils pretty well. So yeah, those are the primers that I've been loving. So next, foundation. I'm gonna go drugstore first. I have 3 drugstore and then 4 high-end. So HD Coverage by Catrice. I'm out of this. I need to get this as well. I'm just out of a few things, but so this is like a dropper form. There's a little bit left in it as well, so I might use the rest of that like today in a video or something. But yeah, so I really love this. This is such good coverage, and I can't even believe it. Honestly, it's so good. It's so good. And I think it's only like $10 as well, which is really nice. All of these are around like $11, $10, $12 maybe max. So next I have 2 L'Oreal foundations, and I like to use these together. You can use them alone if you like that, but I just like to use them together. I don't know, I'm high maintenance. So I got 105 in the Pro Matte, and then I have the Fresh Wear in 430, and I actually got these for Christmas last year, and or this one for Valentine's Day, this for Christmas maybe, or both for Valentine's Day, or both my birthday. I have no idea, but I got them for a gift this year. And yeah, I like to mix them. They're perfectly fine on their own. I like to mix foundations. It's a weird thing that I like to do. So now that we got the drugstore ones out of the way, which are amazing, I have Juvia's Place foundation. I don't have it right next to me. I have no idea where it is, but I do want to throw that in there as like drugstore and affordable because it's only 20 bucks, and it is so good. But yeah, I don't know where it is right now. So next and first for high-end, the Jouer foundation. It is the High Coverage Creme Foundation, and yeah, I absolutely love it. It's a smaller foundation, so it's actually like 3/4 of a size of the real one, or like a regular size one. This one is like completely out, but it just gives you such beautiful coverage. Like, you're gonna even be able to tell right now, but it gives such phenomenal coverage right off the bat that you hardly need any. So I understand why there's not as much, because it actually works out to be just as much in the long run. But this is so good, and it's so good for my skin and my oily skin and everything. So that's all I really asked for. Next, Estee Lauder Double Wear, just their regular formula. I love it. I've loved it for years, and I will always continue to purchase this one. As well now as this one from Estee as well. This one is the Double Wear Maximum Coverage. So this is just for days where you want to be a full fucking queen. Oh, I said fuck. Damn, when you want to be a full queen, okay? So, yeah, I love this, and it's quicker coverage. It is thicker, and some people might not like that, but I don't really mind it if it gets the job done. And then lastly, the newest one to my collection, which has been there for about 2 months now, is the Smashbox Studio Skin. I have it on today, but don't judge it by this because I've had it on all day. So don't judge it by how it looks right now, but it's so good, and it's a full coverage foundation right off the bat, like the Jouer one and like this one. So really nice. I love full coverage. I don't like anything else. So take it for what it's worth. I do want to give a shout out to the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I just don't have it right now. But it's such a good concealer, and it deserves all the hype. And then for drugstore as well, I have Absolutely Gone L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. And this is so good. It's very similar to the Tarte, and so is the e.l.f. one, but I do just like the Tarte just ever so slightly more. I don't know what it is, but yeah, Tarte will always be in my favorites, I think. I think now it will always be my favorites. Okay. So another thing that I don't have, which I just hate not having stuff, but I just have other stuff I'm trying to get through right now, so I think that's why, is the Wet n Wild Translucent Powder. Is so freaking good, and I love it. So other than that, I love the Fit Me powders, and I always wear like Fair Light or Light when it's like summertime. And then Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Powder is so good as well. I'm not sure if I'll repurchase it now that I found the Wet n Wild one because it's so good. But I might repurchase this eventually. So then I have some bronzers. So I have a Milani like contouring color for me. And, sorry. It's just their Silky Matte Bronzer in Suntan. And yeah, it's just a really cool toned shade. And it works really well. And I usually don't have that much luck with ones from the drugstore. So this is a bronzer that I use when I'm deeper, like during the summer, because it's pretty pigmented and it's also just a little bit more yellowy, which I'm not yellow during the summer or winter. It's so weird. But it's a City Bronzer in the deepest shade, which is 300, which is kind of ridiculous because this isn't that deep. It should be deeper, but yeah. So I love those two bronzers. And then next, my Hoola by Benefit. It's so gross looking because it's banyos, okay? I have a backup of this already as well because I just love this. I don't want to be without. Just their original Hoola. I do want to try Hoola Caramel when I am tan this summer. So, and for blush, so some of these don't have that many products because I don't know, I just wasn't blown away by a lot this year face wise, other than like foundations and stuff. Peachy Love by Anastasia. This is my go-to little blushes because I like peachy colors and I just like all of them. And sometimes I mix all of them or sometimes I use them on their own. So last couple things are setting sprays and then we are actually done. So we'll be like under 30 minutes, which is pretty good because I thought it would be longer. So Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I love this. I don't think it makes your makeup last that much longer, but I do love it just because of the mist on it. It's really nice and it's just like continuous. And then Urban Decay All Nighter. I have a couple other ones that I need to go through too, but this is just for the travel one. And I kind of like refill this a lot. But yeah, the All Nighter is the best in my opinion. So that is it for my makeup favorites. I feel like I was talking so fast, but I just didn't want it to be the longest video ever. So I hope you guys had a great 2019, and if you didn't, I hope it gets better, and like 2020 is your year, and just keep your head up and whatnot. I had to do that myself for right now, so I totally understand. But yeah, I will see you guys. I guess it will be the new year, because tomorrow's the new year. Today's New Year's Eve, and I'm here, so bye.